right? Because most of Twitch chat is invisible in school and fucking arrogant all the way. The most arrogant. They have very, very strongly held opinions. They're smarter than everyone else. They have super high IQs, and they're fucking arrogant. And they judge other people, and they feel left out, and they're invisible, and people don't invite them to parties. And they just get invited to parties because, like, the person who's inviting you is being polite. Making sense? Do you have some degree of, like, hatred towards yourself?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Just the way he said, well, yeah. Like, obviously. Like, is that new for you, or like you've always known that all along?
It's it's not new, but it hasn't been there all my life.
Okay, when did you start hating yourself?
Probably high school, like second year, maybe.
See, like, it's interesting because you can give me specific answers. You can say this happened in the third or fourth year. This happened in the first year. This happened in the second year. And so what happened in your second year of high school? What happened that you started hating yourself?
I don't know. It's um I was like in high school. I was, how do I describe it? I guess I was kind of arrogant in high school.
Absolutely.
Um, and I knew that wasn't a good thing, and I didn't like that.
Why were you arrogant? Why are people arrogant?
Because they think they're better than others. That's why I don't know.
No.
No?
So people, that's what arrogance looks like, but people are arrogant because they're afraid they're not better than others. They're
Okay.
afraid they're not normal. Right? So arrogance actually comes from a lack of self-confidence.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah. So generally speaking, the way that I view arrogance, and I don't know if you've seen me talk about Vedic psychology. Have you seen any of that stuff?
I probably have, but
So I think you're a very classic case of like Vedic psychology to like understand you. So I'll try to give you a very quick primer. So we have three parts of our mind, five, but let's explain three. So one is your emotional mind, one is your ego, and one is your rational mind. So your emotional mind experiences emotions, and then your ego usually steps in to try to protect you from your emotions. So like your ego will do things like, oh, you know, if I fail a test, I'm going to call the teacher a dumbass for writing such a poorly written test. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not going to, just because the idea that, oh, I actually failed or I'm stupid is so painful, my ego kind of turns on and starts blaming other people. Now, in your case, I think that your arrogance, like if you were arrogant in high school, like that's strange, right? Like I want to just paint you the picture that we have of you, Ingrid. And maybe I'm assuming, but I would imagine Twitch chat has this. Like you're like shy. You're like the sort of like the quiet kid. Like you don't really have a whole lot of friends. You enjoy studying. You're kind of a tomboy. You're not very feminine. You're not flirtatious. You're not confident. You're kind of the kid that's invisible. And it's strange to think that the kid who's invisible is arrogant. But the kid who's invisible absolutely is arrogant, right? Because most of Twitch chat is invisible in school and fucking arrogant all the way. The most arrogant. They have very, very strongly held opinions. They're smarter than everyone else. They have super high IQs, and they're fucking arrogant. And they judge other people, and they feel left out, and they're invisible, and people don't invite them to parties. And they just get invited to parties because, like, the person who's inviting you is being polite. Making sense? So that arrogance is protective. Because, like, the alternative is if you're not arrogant in those situations, then you just feel awful. Because it's like, I'm a no one likes me. Like, you can either be arrogant and sort of say, like, oh, these people all suck at life, I'm smarter than they are. Or you can say, no one really likes me and I don't have any friends. Does that make sense? It's really hard to read your facial expressions right now.
well, Sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, I'm not blaming you. I'm just commenting. So I don't know, like, I don't know if you're buying what I'm selling. I can't tell. But,
I am, because it's logical, but it's not.
yeah, but I mean, buying what I'm selling is not about logic. Is it resonating with you? It's okay to say not really.
A little bit. I'm not sure, actually.
You're not sure if it's resonating?
No.
No, you're not sure, or
I'm not sure.
you're not sure. Okay. Yeah.